What up, y'all, and welcome back to the Fit Man Cook Kitchen. So, travel days. You get free cookies on the flight, free cookies at the hotel, but here's how I handle it. I don't fight sweet with sweet. Even keto-friendly sweet stuff, it just sends me down a spiral because it's not filling. I do savory, spicy, salty, high protein, real food. So if TSA ever stops me for a bag search, you best believe they're gonna find this and at least one or two of these snacks in there. All right? This is what I pack. So baconettes, chicharrones. Now these are 0 carbs, so 7 grams of protein. I went with the traditional flavor and not the hot and spicy or the barbecue version. Because most flavored pork rinds and chips, they dust them with sugar and dextrose, that maltodextrin, all that sneaky stuff in there that can spike your craving. And if you're one of those persons who just has to have more seasoning, then you could just buy them little bottles of hot sauce. Number 2, beef jerky or just jerky in general. I got the Country Archer brand, and I also have this new Primal. If I had to choose one between all three, it's probably gonna be the jalapeno stick. This one is 8 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and it's grass-fed with no nitrates. So spicy works the same way that pickles do. So you're not thinking about a cookie or a brownie when you're chewing on salty, spicy jerky. So I prefer sticks and not bags of jerky for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's individually wrapped. The rest of the jerky is sealed. If you have a bag of jerky, well, you may be tempted to eat the whole thing because it's open, right? Here are the guidelines I try to follow for selecting jerky. So net carbs are usually between 0 and 1 grams. Anything above that, around 2, usually means there's some added sugar there. At least 6 grams of protein, fats between 4 and 8 grams of fat. Sugar is 0 grams or less than 1 gram is acceptable. No nitrates, no MSG, no maltodextrin, no encapsulated citric acid, and that's a sneaky preservative that you may want to know about. Grass-fed, it's a bonus, but it is not a must. Number 3, we got the meats and cheese. So I love this alle pepperoni one, and also this, I'm gonna butcher this, Fiorucci, the panini ones, panino. Sorry. These are underrated travel champions. A lot of people who do keto don't really put these on their travel list. It may be because of the little crackers here, but you don't have to eat those. Even if you did, this entire package would have 9 grams of carbohydrates, 13 grams of protein. Ollie has no nitrates. These are cleaner ingredients like a real charcuterie. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, and the cheese doesn't melt so it doesn't squish up. That's a legit snack. I love these too. Number 4, we got the canned meats. I got my Old Faithful Bumblebee chicken pouch or a can. Now, some of y'all may be wondering, Kev, why didn't you get the tuna? Because most of y'all will get tuna. Tuna can be very loud. If you open up tuna on a plane, everyone will know that you are eating tuna. This is 19 grams of protein, 100 calories, less than 1 gram of carbohydrate, and this fits in a carry-on. You don't need to put it into a cooler. You can even open it at the gate, and you can put it into your little container or something else that you bought there at the airport. And sometimes at those bookstores, they'll sell some of those fresh items, so you can get banana or boiled egg or avocado. You can grab you one of those, mix it up, and that is a bomb snack meal when you are flying. Number 5, we got walnuts, raw and unsalted. Most pre-roasted nuts at the pharmacy are roasted in seed oils or dusted with whatever flavor coating. If you do want to grab the roasted kind, just grab the dry roasted nuts, which are wonderful because of the extra crunch. Walnuts have the highest omega-3 content, so it's really good brain food. And when you're sitting on a 4-hour flight and you're trying to work or you're trying to read, all that brain food actually matters. This is a 6-ounce bottle. That means that there are 3 servings. Actually, there are 6 servings in this one. If you can pre-portion this out into a snack baggie, or if you go through all of them, then just account for those for your meals later on that day. That's only 1,200 calories, so Number 6, Quest hot and spicy protein chips, or these tortilla protein chips. One thing you won't find me grabbing is a Quest bar unless it's a last resort. Quest bars wreck my stomach. I think it's the fiber blend that they use, in my opinion. But these chips, different formulation, different fiber blend. And this is another reason, y'all, why you should always read the labels on the back and not the logo on the front. We got 19 grams of protein, 4 grams of net carbs. You got the real chip texture. When I'm on a flight and I'm watching a movie or something and my brain wants Doritos, it's enough for my brain to stop craving Doritos. And this right here is all you need. they hot enough to stop you from snacking on some sweets. So I do mine this way. Number 7, my faves, the Wild Buffalo chicken chips. Now these are made from actual chicken breasts, egg whites, and bone broth. It's got 13 grams of protein, a couple of grams of net carbs, about 7 here. Why is this one okay when I just told y'all to avoid that stuff? Well, because this flavor is just buffalo sauce, which is vinegar, butter, cayenne. There's no sugar, there's no maltodextrin. See, I read the label for y'all. They're even crunchier than most protein chips out there. I got 2 of these for $5. So if you only grab one thing from this video and you haven't tried them, try these wild chicken chips. Number 8, we got hard-boiled eggs. Now heads up, they didn't carry these over at CVS, so I had to run across the street to 7-Eleven. You got 12 grams of protein here, 0 carbs, it's like $2 or $3. They're already peeled. They even got a little salt and pepper packet that's included. Now let me paint the vision for you. Grab the eggs, then you got your canned meat in your little container, and even if your grocery store doesn't have it, then the corner store probably does. Number 9, a pickle in a pouch. Van Holten's pickle in a pouch. Pickle in a pouch? I can't even say it. It's weird, but it works, right? 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 sweeteners, 0 sugar alcohols. It's salty, sour, crunchy. Plus, the brine has electrolytes. There is nothing worse than being on a flight and getting an ab or leg cramp in the middle of it. God, it's just the most painful, uncomfortable thing ever. And let me address the elephant in the room. I know that some people think that they look ridiculous or may not enjoy eating a pickle in public. Watch the looks that you get and don't care about them, because the pickle is gonna win every time. I didn't make that any easier. And number 10, before we get to the protein bars, we got the OG Premier Protein Shakes. These are shelf stable, they don't need a cooler. 30 grams of protein, 3 or 2 grams of net carbs, 160 calories, y'all. Now, I'm not gonna pretend this tastes like a milkshake, because they don't. In fact, I like to get a iced coffee or a cold brew and mix in half of this, mix it together, and it's a delicious high protein coffee drink. You won't be able to bring these through security on your way to the airport. This is what you would drink on your way. Most travel videos are gonna tell you grab a protein bar, but they can also be a trap, because sometimes they sound healthful for you, but they may not support your wellness goals. This Bobo's one, this is real food. 25 grams of carbs, 12 grams of sugar. So this is oats and dates. It's great and delicious, but it's not keto friendly, but it was by the keto section. So don't be tricked by the packaging. And another example, these Think bars, these Think high protein. The front says 20 grams of protein, 0 sugar, low IG. Sounds perfect, right? Flip it over and that bad boy's got 24 grams of carbs, 14 grams of sugar alcohol, but it's maltitol. And maltitol spikes your blood sugar and it wrecks your gut. It's not the kind of bar you want to be eating on a long flight or sitting next to somebody who has been eating one of these bars. Now for my favorite, Nick's bar. 19 grams of carbs on the label. It looks scary, right? Well, let's do the math. 19 grams total carbs minus 5 grams of fiber minus 11 grams of sugar alcohol, it leaves you with 3 grams of net carbs. Here's the part most people are gonna miss. Flip the bar over and check which sugar alcohol or sweetener is being used. Nick's uses allulose and erythritol. I always butcher that. But both are gentle on the gut, and that's why I can eat this on a long flight and not regret it. Now here's what I look for in any keto bar anywhere. Net carbs under 6, it's sweetened with allulose, erythritol, or stevia. It's not IMO fiber and not maltitol. It's at least 12 grams of protein, under 5 grams of sugar, even if sugar-free is on the front. The brand does not matter, just read the back of the bar or the bag every single time. All right, y'all, that is it for today's video. I hope that you really enjoyed it and that you learned something. And if you missed episode 1 of my keto snacks, then check out that episode right here. It goes a long way in promoting content that helps us all to live healthy and happier. All right, y'all, catch you on the next one.